Good evening. Whoa. Okay, good evening. The Cypress-Fairbanks Independent School District Board of Trustees is now convened in a regular board meeting on Monday, May 20th, 2019 at the Richard E. Berry Center, located at 8877 Barker Cypress Road, Cypress, Texas, at 6 p.m. I want to welcome the members of our audience and our television viewers to this meeting of the Board of Trustees. As the Cypress-Fairbanks Board of Trustees, we are here to set goals, listen to reports from the superintendent, approve budgets, contracts, personnel appointments, and make policy for the district. It is not the role of the board to make day-to-day operational decisions. The management and day-to-day operations of the district are the responsibility of the superintendent. We have policies and procedures in place to resolve concerns and issues. This is a public meeting of the Board of Trustees, not a meeting of the public. Prior to this meeting, board members received information related to the items on tonight's agenda. Agenda items will not necessarily be handled in order listed on the notice. The meeting is open to all who wish to attend and hear the matters discussed. During the course of this meeting, the board may determine that a closed session is necessary. In that event, the board will meet in a closed session to consider matters duly posted for this meeting as permitted by sections 551.071 through 551.084 of the Texas Government Code. These proceedings are airing live on CFTV Channel 16 and CFTV online on the district website. They will also be rebroadcast throughout the month on Channel 16 and available as video on demand on the website. For the tape to adequately reflect the proceedings, I respectfully ask that you please refrain from talking while others are speaking and that cell phones are turned off or in silent mode, which I'm going to do right now. And everybody please join me. Thank you for taking the time to join us this evening and for your interest in the Cypress-Fairbanks Independent School District. I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize our Community Leadership Committee who are in attendance this evening. Gilbert Sarabia, are you here? Can you stand? Does anybody see him? Gilbert?
Middle back.
Okay. And Julie Heineman. Julie. Thank you very much. We don't think we have any Boy Scouts, but if we see some arrive, we will recognize them when they get here. The invocation for tonight's board meeting will be given by Dale Inman, new senior pastor of Autumn Creek Baptist Church. Autumn Creek has been in the Cypress area for over 35 years. Pastor Inman seeks to support and serve our students and families, not only through hard times, but to teach them service to others, work ethics, and the fulfillment and self-worth that volunteering can bring. He is a professor and a teacher himself. Dale, we appreciate your commitment to support the students and families of our district, and thank you for being here tonight. And now the AFJROTC cadets who will be presenting the colors this evening are from Cypress Springs High School. Carrying the U.S. flag is Cadet Lieutenant Jordan Montclair. The Texas flag is Cadet Captain Zachary Hofsteller. The U.S. Guard is Cadet Captain Jessica Flores. And the Texas Guard is Cadet Lieutenant Sarah Middleton. Our cadets this evening are under the command of the Technical Sergeant Marvin Waterman. At this time, would you please stand and join while we have the invocation, and then we will have presentation of colors and the pledge.
I'll be saying the invocation.
Okay, then our backup is Dr. Henry. And we'll pray that he does a good job.
Please join me in prayer. Dear Father, thank you so much for the opportunity to gather together this evening and celebrate the accomplishments of so many wonderful students and faculty members. Lord, we're so thankful for each of these students and the dedication that they have shown over the past school year in achieving all of these great accomplishments. Lord, I'm so thankful to be living in a community that celebrates education, that supports education, and who are always looking how they can best help their neighbor. Lord, thank you for these Board of Trustees that lead this district with great moral courage. Lord, thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve in such a wonderful place. Lord, I pray now that as we go into this meeting, that everything that we do this evening will be done for your honor and glory. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Board member Christine Hartley will read the district's vision and mission statement for the benefit of the audience.
Our vision statement: learn, empower, achieve, dream, lead. Our mission statement: maximize every student's potential through rigorous and relevant learning experiences, preparing students to be 21st century global leaders.
Thank you, Ms. Hartley. Thank you, Ms. Hartley. Before we move on to the recognition portion of the agenda, I'd like to turn the floor over to Teresa Hull. Ms. Hull.
Good evening, Mr. Covey, Board of Trustees. Tonight we do have a special recognition that we would like to have prior to recognizing all of our students that are here this evening. I'd like to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Knight, Courtney and Stephen Knight. They are parents of a Spillane Middle School student and ask that they come to the podium for the recognition.
Jamie, I'm really good at lying, so I'm sorry that I lied to you, but everything I'm about to read is 100% the truth. 10 years ago, our family moved to Cypress to enable our firstborn child, Elijah James Knight, to attend kindergarten at Sampson Elementary. All three of our kids had had wonderful experiences at Sampson and Spillane through the years. The district and staff exceeded our expectations, especially this year. Last summer, June 25th, 2018, Elijah died in a storm at summer camp. Thus began 11 desperate, terrible, inspiring months. Age 14, Elijah had just completed middle school with 3-year distinguished honor roll had been accepted to the new Lone Star College Academy program, was awarded the Spillane Spartan Mark of Excellence Award, and was looking forward to starting summer band at Cywoods High School. Our surviving children, Joshua and Julia, faced a first day of school for the first time without their older brother. They started the year instead with Cy-Fair teachers and administrators who completely surrounded our family with love as we waded our way through this miserable mire of grief. As C.S. Lewis wrote, "I not only live each day in grief, but live each day thinking about living each day in grief." Those who attended Elijah's service included many of these educators. You witnessed Joshua courageously stand before almost 1,000 attendees to memorialize his brother. Thank you for all of your support. At Spillane Middle School, Gloria at the front desk, Counselor Mrs. Olenek, Curriculum Director Mr. Miller, Carolyn Spillane, and several of Joshua's teachers have demonstrated true caring for him and our family. Today, we especially want to recognize Principal Jamie Markle, who has done more than we ever thought possible to make this year bearable. Jamie has literally walked with us through the valley of the shadow of death, keeping our pace, steadfastly holding as we collapsed, infused with the light of a dawn we cannot yet see. Before the start of the school year, Jamie came to our house to hug us, to set up a great year for Joshua, and to ask permission for the school to honor Elijah in unique ways. In addition to remembering our eldest, she understood our responsibility to recognize Joshua's individuality. Beyond Elijah's brother, we needed students and faculty to wholly embrace Josh for his own unique personality. Before open house, she walked his schedule to personally introduce Josh to each of his teachers. On the first day of school, Jamie texted me to say that she saw Joshua in the hallway and that he smiled at her, giving me some comfort. As a tribute to Elijah's love of band, she dedicated a bench and plaque outside of the band hall and asked Josh to help her install it. Jamie's family even personally created artwork for the front office, capturing the quote that has become Elijah's legacy: "Start everything with kindness, and the end will be okay." 2 weeks ago, Jamie and Joshua stood in front of over 1,000 people here at the Berry Center to present the first Be the Change Awards, given in Elijah's honor to 6 deserving students. Jamie requested our permission and Joshua's participation for that event 10 months in advance. Jamie Markle's actions publicly demonstrate her caring and compassion, but personally, it's her hugs for me and the love she has for Joshua. It's offering to drop Elijah's student transcript at our house, knowing how difficult it would be for us. It's the comforting text before a bad storm comes in, a reminder that she's thinking of us on a holiday. She's protective of and loves our entire family. I see that just by the way that she looks at me. It's not pity. And while sorrow is there, overwhelmingly, there is love for me and love for my husband and love for all 3 of our kids. I have never met anyone in the school system who has been so kind, generous, and loving as Jamie. I desperately want to be her friend, to be her sister, to just be near the loving generosity she pours out. She turns kindness into action, and I love her so much. At the end of this week, Joshua will turn 14. In exactly 23 weeks, he will be the same age
as his older brother. The magnitude of our loss weighs like an anchor on our whole community. Only with the interconnected support of this network have we persisted through moments like these, knowing that fierce guardians watch over our kids wherever they go. At Elijah's service 11 months ago, we asked for two things: kindness and action. We asked Elijah's generation and us, their parents, please go do. Elijah wanted to remake the world as he felt it should be. Rather than whining or complaining about problems, he wanted to do something about them. Elijah solved this at 14 years old. He moved upstream and figured out how to fix everything. Start everything with kindness, and the end will be okay. There is a borrowed quote that Stephen and I have said to each other since Elijah died. I must go on. I can't go on. I'll go on. Jamie, thank you for helping the four of us in this family of five to go on. Thank you, board members, faculty, and friends for starting with kindness and making this school year possible for us. Even in the midst of our sadness, we recognize the inspired efforts you have put in to help us, and we will forever be grateful. Thank you.
I would like to mention that we do have a Boy Scout that has joined us, Cole Dalton from Troop 1283. Cole, where are you? Has anybody seen him?
Turn the lights up. Right here. There he is.
There he is. And now I will turn the floor over to Roy Garcia, who will introduce our new principals.
Thank you, Mr. Covey. Board of Trustees, you may recall we had three principals in March that announced that they would be retiring at the end of this school year. Melissa Ledoux, principal at Black Elementary School, Ralph Funk, principal at Jersey Village High School, and Beth May, principal at Adam Elementary School. Tonight, we will announce the new principals for Black Elementary and Jersey Village High School. And we will begin with the new principal for Black Elementary School, Mrs. Kayla Moat. I'll share a brief bio of Kayla and then give her an opportunity to recognize the board, Dr. Henry, and any members of her family and friends that may be in the audience. Ms. Moat received her Bachelor of Science from the University of Houston and her Master of Education from Lamar University. She has 20 years of experience as an educator. She was a classroom teacher for 7 years. She taught at Hamilton Middle School, Blau Middle School, and Alt Elementary. Ms. Moat then served as a CFISD Secondary Math Curriculum Specialist and Coach for 2 years before returning to the campus as an instructional specialist at Alt Elementary and Sampson Elementary Schools. She is currently in her 6th year as an assistant principal at Matsky Elementary School. Kyla participated in the Aspiring Principal Institute along with serving as a summer school principal. Kyla enjoys spending time with her husband Kevin and their 2 children, Mason and Marin, who attend Hamilton Middle School. She keeps busy being the kids' chauffeur and on the sidelines supporting them with their sports and other activities. Kyla says her #1 supporters are her parents. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Kyla Moat on her new leadership opportunity.
Board of Trustees and Dr. Henry, I want to thank you so much for the opportunity. It is an honor to be asked to serve as the new principal at Black Elementary. I cannot wait to get in there and serve the students and staff and community that Melissa Ledoux leaves behind. Those are big shoes to fill. I am here tonight supported by my family. I do want to introduce them. My husband, Kevin Moat, is in the audience, as well as my son, Mason, and my daughter, Marin. And then my parents, Randy and Diane Short, are also here. I also have several people in the audience who have made a huge difference in my life, who have been mentors and friends. So I'd like to say thank you to each of you. I know Heather Motsney is here in the building. She was one of my current principals. So I just want to say thank you for the leadership and mentorship and friendship that each of you that are here supporting me tonight have presented. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Kyla. Next, we would like to introduce our new principal for Jersey Village High School, Miss Maggie Wiley. Ms. Wiley received her Bachelor of Science from the University of Houston Clear Lake and her Master of Education from the University of Houston. She has 23 years of experience as an educator. She was a math teacher at Clear Brook High School in Clear Creek ISD and at Cypress Creek High School. Ms. Miley served as a Director of Instruction Helping Teacher, Assistant Principal, Director of Instruction, and Associate Principal at Cypress Creek High School. Maggie has served as Principal at Cook Middle School for the past 5 years. Ms. Wiley is a graduate of the Rice Educational Entrepreneurship Program, the Principals Institute, and the National Principal Mentor Certification Program. She also serves on the CFISD Leadership Development Continuum Committee. When Maggie is not at work, she spends time with her kids, Carson, who attends Cypher High School, and Cade, who attends Arnold Middle School. She tries to make it to the beach several times a year, as that is the only place she truly relaxes. Please join me in congratulating Miss Maggie Wiley on her new leadership opportunity.
Board of Trustees, Dr. Henry, thank you. Honored guests that are here this evening, thank you again for this wonderful opportunity that I've been given to continue to serve in Cy-Fair as the principal of Jersey Village High School. As I look out at this audience, at all of these wonderful young people, it is a great reminder this evening of why I continue to do what I do, to be a part of your journey as you achieve your goals and reach your dreams. I'm excited to continue that at Jersey Village High School. I also want to make sure that I honor the man behind me, Mr. Ralph Funk, who I will be replacing at Jersey Village High School. He leaves behind a great legacy, and I can't wait to continue the great work that he's done in the Jersey Village community. So thank you again for this wonderful opportunity. I hope I make you proud. And I'm a terrible person. I need to introduce my family. So with me are Lane and Cade Wiley, our daughters at a band concert. If you're a band parent, you know it never stops. So I want to point them out there at the front row and say hi to them. They're wonderful people, and I couldn't do any of this without the support of my family. So thank you.
We will now move on to special recognitions portion of the agenda. I would like to ask all students and parents to remain seated after each recognition until all students have been recognized this evening. The board will recognize the annual top volume buyer from the 2019 CFISD Livestock Show and Sale, Denise Kubeka.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to present the 2019 CFISD Livestock Show Association Volume Buyer Award. Presenting the award to our winner will be representatives from the various FFA chapters in our school districts. Let me give them just a moment to come on out here. This award is given to the buyer who made the largest contribution at our livestock show and sale. I'd now like to call up Mike and Darlene Gerard of Gerard & Company Incorporated. I stand here with no words that can express the level of appreciation we have for the tremendous support we continue to receive from the Gerards. They contributed over $87,000 of the almost $700,000 raised at this year's show. Since they first came to our livestock sale back in 2003, the Gerards have contributed well over $1 million to our FFA students. This is the 11th time they've been our volume buyer since instituting the award 13 years ago. The Gerards have also been instrumental in networking with other buyers, always looking for ways to make our sale a success. Mr. and Mrs. Gerard, please accept this buckle on behalf of all of our students, parents, and staff involved in the CFISD Ag Science program. Your contribution has made a difference in the lives of many of our students. And audience, please join me in thanking them again for their continued generosity. Thank you. I think it's appropriate that they're escorted out by our sea of blue and gold in the FFA.
Well, before you go, Mr. Gerard and Ms. Gerard, we want to tell you from the Board of Directors, the trustees, and the whole district, y'all are so generous and so supportive of our students. Thank you very much. And now the board will recognize CFISD students for their achievements and accomplishments in various fields, including music, arts, academics, athletics, trade, and vocational, etc., at the national and state levels, and for exceptional and unique status. Students, it's a riveting meeting we have later. If you want to stay, you're certainly welcome.
Ready? Okay. It's my pleasure to introduce a student who outscored all of her peers in the state of Texas at the FFA State Veterinary Science Competition held on May 4th at Texas A&M. Jules, would you come on up? This contest consists of both a knowledge portion and a hands-on demonstration. Jules Braswell, a freshman at Cypress Woods High School, had the highest individual score of the 317 students from all over the state who qualified to compete for the state title. And it bears repeating, she's just a freshman. While Jules received the award for top scoring student, winning is always a team effort. I would also like to recognize her teacher, Katie Dale, her teammates, Emily Fayard, Cassidy Young, and Selena Gilliott, who trained countless hours along with Jules to win their area contest and then go on to bringing home plaques at the state. If there are any family or friends of Jules or any staff from Cypress Woods High School, I'd also like you to stand and be recognized. Congratulations again, Jules. What a way to start your time at Cypress Woods High School. We look forward to seeing what you and your teammates can accomplish in the future.
Vanessa Koch, there you go.
Good evening. It is my pleasure to present to you students who have distinguished themselves in the area of video production. The South by Southwest Film Festival and the UIL Young Filmmakers Festival are both highly competitive state video competitions with thousands of submissions. Being a state finalist in either competition is an amazing honor and a testament to your hard work and guidance by your teacher. Sydney Turner, UIL Young Filmmakers Nobility Award finalist, Cy Ridge High School. Grace Humes, South by Southwest finalist, Cy Springs High School. Will the principals, sponsors, and family members of these amazing students stand so they can be recognized as well? Thank you, and once again, we are so proud of your achievement.
Good evening. My name is David Trubar, and I am the Career and Technology Education Coordinator for Business, Health Science, and Computer Science. It is my pleasure to present to you this evening students who have distinguished themselves at the Future Business Leaders of America State Leadership Conference in Houston, Texas, March 7th through the 9th of 2019. FBLA is a national career and technical student organization whose mission is to bring business and education together in a positive working relationship through innovative leadership and career development programs. Over 1,600 students from around the state of Texas attended this event. It is my honor to recognize the following students that placed first or second at the FBLA State Leadership Conference in their respective category. Will the honorees come forward as I call your name? From Jersey Village High School, Anna Mosiak. As we congratulate this student for her accomplishments, we would like to ask that her principal, Ralph Funk, advisor Lori Waddy, and family members to stand to be recognized. Next, from Cypress Woods High School, Angela Zhang. And Raul Shamugam. As we congratulate these students for their accomplishments, we would like to ask that their principal, Gary Kinninger, advisor Lori Andrade, and family members to stand to be recognized. Anna and Raul will both represent Cypress-Fairbanks ISD at the National FBLA Conference that will be held in San Antonio from June 29th through July 2nd. Good luck to you both. It is my honor to recognize the following student who placed first at the State UIL Computer Science Competition. From Cypress Woods, Tristan Weezapapi. As we congratulate this student for his accomplishment, we would like to ask that his principal, Gary Kinninger, UIL Computer Science coach Stacy Armstrong, and family members to stand to be recognized. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Sharon Hogue, Coordinator for Air Force JROTC, Cosmetology, Family Consumer Science, and Education and Training. It is a pleasure to present to you this evening the Cy-Fair High School Air Force JROTC cadets who've distinguished themselves in the Air Force Association's Cyber Patriot competition. Cyber Patriot is a national youth cyber education program created by the Air Force Association to expose and inspire students toward careers in cybersecurity or other science, technology, engineering, and mathematics industries and disciplines. The competition consists of a series of simulated cyber threats to computer systems. Cy-Fair High School fielded 2 teams competing against 1,850 other teams worldwide. These 2 Cy-Fair High School teams scored high enough to qualify for the semifinal round in February. Each round lasts about 6 hours as they resolve multiple cybersecurity scenarios. One of our teams ranked 5th worldwide out of 475 Air Force JROTC teams. The instructors are Captain Scott Thomas and Senior Master Sergeant Michael Claiborne. I would ask the cadets to please come forward when their names are called. Bao Nguyen, Zachary Taylor, Zachary Baker, Seamus Oxa, Julio Esparza. This type of competition allows the cadets to hone their leadership and cyber skills, opening great possibilities for the future. As we congratulate these fine cadets, we would like their parents, friends, administrators, and teachers from Cyfair High School to please stand and be recognized. Thank you, cadets. You may be seated. Now for cosmetology, it is a pleasure to present to you this evening the first and second place winners from the Skills USA state competition held April 5th through the 7th, 2019 in Corpus Christi, Texas. From Cypress Lakes High School, the cosmetology teachers are Danica Reyes, Smoot, and Norvell Curry. I would ask the honorees to please come forward when their names are called. Stephanie Magana, Michelle Martinez, Paola Ruiz, Maria Madrigal, Shakayla King. Will the instructors, parents, and administrators from Cypress Lakes please stand and be recognized? We congratulate these exceptional students, and we thank the board and Dr. Henry for honoring our talented cosmetology students this evening. Thank you, ladies. For the Education and Training Program, it is a pleasure to present to you this evening the first and second place winners from the Texas Association of Future Educators, TAFE, Teach Tomorrow Summit, held February 27th through March 2nd, 2019 in Allen, Texas. From Cypress Ranch High School, the teacher is Abby Parsons. I would ask the honorees to please come forward when their names are called. Kristen Hoza, Kelly Bradford, Lauren Turner, Allison Weaver, Kayla Quinlan, Diamond Dooley, Angela Chapa, Ashlyn Martin, Peyton Rumchek, Laura Wilkinson, Megan Fedor. From Cypress Springs High School, the teacher is Rachel Sanders. The student winners are Josie Hernandez, Ingrid Duran, Delilah Reyes. Emily Aguilar was not allowed to be here tonight, wasn't able to be here, but she was one of the top 5 national qualifier for Storybook K through 3. From Cyfair High School, the teacher is Sue Silhanic. The student winners are Amanda Turpin and Phoebe Lightfoot. Phoebe Lightfoot was also recipient of the Taffy Scholarship for her differentiated lesson presentation. And I don't believe we have anyone from Cypress Creek here, but they also had student winners. And it is truly inspiring to see a room full of high school students who aspire to become educators. They are competing in events that are directly related to their future profession, which provides them with excellent experiences and insights to these professions. As we congratulate these fine students from Cypress Ranch, Cypress Springs, Cyfair, and Cypress Creek High School, would like their parents, friends, administrators, and teachers to please stand and be recognized. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Stacy McGee, and I am the District Curriculum Coach for Debate and Journalism programs. It is my pleasure to present to you tonight a Cy Creek High School student who has distinguished herself at the 2019 Texas Forensics Association State Championship for Speech and Debate. Junior Ivy Kniebel won second place in the category of poetry interpretation. About 210 Texas private and public schools of all sizes, from 1A to 6A, were represented at this prestigious state tournament. Because of the rigorous qualification process to even attend, the TFA state competition is considered one of the most challenging in the nation. Ivy beat out a highly competitive field to become the state runner-up in poetry. She performed a selection about managing depression that she entitled My Superpower. Her speech and debate teacher, Dustin Kay, told me that Ivy's leadership has been crucial to the Cy Creek speech and debate team's success, as she is not only a fierce competitor, but also committed to helping others grow and realize their full potential. Will Ivy please come forward to be recognized? I'd like to invite Mr. Kay, Ivy's family, the Cy Creek principal, and any other faculty in attendance to please stand to help me congratulate Ivy and to thank them for their support. Ivy, we are proud of how you have used your voice to represent Cy Creek and CFISD. Thank you. As the district's journalism curriculum coach, it is also my pleasure to present to you journalism students who have distinguished themselves in yearbook and newspaper. This year, CFISD journalism students have placed in state-level contests sponsored by the Texas Association of Journalism Educators, or TAJE, the Interscholastic League Press Conference, or ILPC, which is the journalism arm of UIL, and the Press Women of Texas, including a student who advanced from the state championship win with this organization to place first in the nation. In these contests, students work in yearbook and newspaper, both print and online, and their work is evaluated by industry experts in a variety of categories. They are awarded for articles they have written, photos they have taken, and layouts they have designed. Tonight, we have students here with us from Bridgeland and Jersey Village High Schools. Students, as I call your name, please remain at the front until everyone from your campus has come forward. From Bridgeland High School for Achievement in Yearbook from TAJE, Eden Smith, superior rating for on-site digital and sports action photos, and excellent rating for sports spread. Alexandra Thompson, superior rating for sports spread. Madison Gunn, excellent rating for organization spread. Kara Hudson, excellent rating for sports action photo. Michaela Wynn, excellent rating for sports action photo. For achievement in newspaper, Thomas Yarish has received the highest honor from TAJE by being named Best of the Best in Texas for online objective writing. He also received a superior rating for in-depth newspaper package and 2 awards from ILPC, including first place for sports feature and second place for video story. The remaining Bridgeland students all received TAG awards for newspaper. Kaya Little, superior rating for news story and excellent rating for feature story. Elizabeth Kemsley, excellent rating for news story. And Olivia Masterson, excellent rating for news story. These students are taught by advisor Samantha Berry, under whose direction the school's online newspaper, The Bridge, also earned ILPC's distinction of achievement. I would like to ask the honorees family members, Miss Berry, the Bridgeland principal, and any faculty here tonight to please stand to thank them for their support and to help us congratulate these students. Thank you, Bridgeland. You may be seated. Next, from Jersey Village High School, I will start with the most highly decorated student journalist in CFISD this school year, Bo Britton. Bo has earned nearly a dozen national and state awards this year, including first place in the United States for sports photo in the National Federation of Press Women's High School Communication Contest, which he did after earning first place in the state in this category, as well as second place for yearbook photo. Additionally, the ILPC awarded him their most prestigious honor of Tops in Texas after he received first place for sports action photo in their state contest, as well as second place for photo slideshow and entertainment feature, and superior ratings from TAJE for personal opinion column, excellent ratings for news story, sports action photo, and sports feature photo. He won a lot of awards this year. Sierra Rickerson, Second place from IOPC for newspaper entertainment feature, and from Presswomen, second place for news story. Jackie Orozco, second place from IOPC for newspaper entertainment feature. And Ivy Hansen, first place from Presswomen for feature story. These students are taught by advisor Margie Comstock, under whose direction the Falcon Yearbook also earned IOPC's highest distinction of Distinguished Merit. I would like to ask the honorees, family members, Ms. Comstock, the Jersey Village principal, and any faculty here tonight to please stand to thank them for their support and to congratulate these students. Thank you, Jersey Village. To conclude, I want to congratulate all our outstanding journalism students and their teachers. The work you do is vital to campus and district culture, as your words and pictures tell the stories of CFISD. We are very proud of you.
Good evening. As coordinator of secondary English language arts, it is my pleasure to present to you a student who has won a National Gold Medal Writing Award from the Scholastic Art and Writing Contest. Each fall, the Harris County Department of Education assists area schools and districts in submitting students' best artwork and writing to the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. Entries are judged by panels of highly qualified professionals on the following 3 criteria: originality, technical skill, and emergence of a personal vision or voice. Judges select Gold Key, Silver Key, and honorable mention recipients from each region of the country, and Gold Key winners go on to compete at the national level. National winners are recognized at a ceremony at Carnegie Hall in New York City during the summer. Less than 1% of all entries win national awards. Past winners include notable artists and writers such as Andy Warhol, Sylvia Plath, Truman Capote, Robert Redford, Stephen King, Ken Burns, and Joyce Carol Oates, and so many more. Awards are given in the form of scholarship money to students who win at the national level in the following categories: critical essay, dramatic script, flash fiction, humor, journalism, novel writing, personal essay and memoir, poetry, science fiction and fantasy, short story, and writing portfolio. Will Emily Lara please come forward to the stage to be recognized? Emily Lara is a sophomore at Cy Falls High School and has been awarded a National Gold Medal for her poem, 1941. Emily is under the direction of her creative writing teacher, Leslie Laird. Will Ms. Laird, Emily's family, and Cy Falls principal, Becky Denton, please stand to join me in congratulating our 2019 Scholastic Gold Medal winner.
Good evening. My name is John Morrison, and I serve CFISD as the coordinator for secondary music. Tonight, we are honoring some of the 46 outstanding music students who earned recognition from the Texas Music Educators Association this year by earning seats in the All-State Band, Choir, and Orchestras. This is the highest individual honor a high school music student can achieve in Texas. The All-State audition process began last fall when just over 70,000 music students from across Texas competed in head-to-head individual competitions. The students advanced from district to region to area and finally to the All-State level. Less than 1% of all music students in Texas achieved the status of being named to one of the TMEA All-State organizations. Tonight, we honor the following All-State students who are in attendance. Students, please come forward when your name is called, and audience members, please hold your applause until all students from each campus have been recognized. From Cy-Fair High School, Ms. Sarah Rogalski. Ms. Rhea Blank. Ms. Emma White. Mr. Derek Parker, Mr. Min Tran, and Miss Audrey Godfrey. Now, please join me in congratulating these outstanding musicians, their families, teachers, and administrators. Thank you. Moving on, from Cypress Creek High School, Mr. Quentin Parmenter. Please join me in congratulating Quentin and his family, teachers, and administrators for this recognition. Thank you. From Cypress Falls High School, Mr. Lucas Lynn and Mr. Carson Wynn. Yes, please join me in congratulating these outstanding musicians, their families, teachers, and fine administrators from Cypress Falls. Thank you. From Cypress Lakes High School, please congratulate Ariana Bonilla. Please join me in congratulating Ariana and her family, teachers, and administrators for this outstanding achievement. From Cypress Ranch High School, Anushka Gupta and Sarah Simmons. Please join me in congratulating these student musicians, their families, teachers, and administrators from Cypress Ranch High School. Next, from Cypress Ridge High School, Mr. Ethan Pham and Mr. Alan Dong. Please join me again in congratulating these outstanding musicians, their families, teachers, and administrators from Cypress Ridge High School. Thank you. From Cypress Springs High School, Miss Carly Arguelles. Please join me in congratulating Carly and her family, teachers, and administrators from Cypress Springs High School. Thank you. From Cypress Woods High School, Miss Sophie Manis, Mr. Sam Belcher, Mr. Alexander Huang, Mr. Joseph Park, and Mr. Joshua Pig. Please join me in congratulating these outstanding musicians, their families, teachers, and administrators from Cypress Woods High School. Thank you. From Langham Creek High School, Mr. Andrew Clyburn, Mr. Adam Garcia, Miss Catherine Eugenio, and Mr. Cameron Matthews. Again, please join in congratulating these outstanding musicians, their families, teachers, and administrators from Langham Creek High School. Students, congratulations once again on your fine musical accomplishments.
Good evening. My name is Mark Williams. I'm the Career and Technical Education Coordinator for Middle School and High School Industrial Technology, Automotive Education, and Culinary. It is a pleasure to present to you this evening industrial technology education students who have distinguished themselves by placing in one of the top 2 positions in their respective categories at the State Technology Student Association competition that was held in Fort Worth, Texas, April 25th to 27th. Students from across the state were represented at the competition. Middle and high school student members competed in more than 60 competitive events based on principles and concepts learned through projects during the school year in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics subjects. I am extremely proud to say as a district we had over 150 first and second place winners. It is my honor to recognize the following students from Cook Middle School who have placed either first or second place in their category. Will the honorees come forward as I call your name? Omar Afzal, Andrew Ha, Juan Lopez, Saul Martinez, Alex Merck, Alexis Salinas, Gerald Uris, and Carlos Villa. As we congratulate these fine students for their accomplishments, we'd like to ask that their principal, Mrs. Margaret Wiley, advisor, Mr. Van Mindorf, and family members to stand to be recognized. Thank you. Congratulations. It is my honor to recognize the following students from Side Creek High School who have placed either first or second in their category. Will the honorees come forward as I call your name? Edison Chu, Megan Hodges, Julian Capuco, Gabriela Martinez, Jamal McDonald, and Spencer Meir. As we congratulate these fine students for their accomplishments, we would like to ask that their teacher, Mrs. Vicky Snookhouse, advisors, Mrs. Tracy Blackman, and Mr. Michael Daniels, and family members to stand to be recognized. Congratulations. No side clock. It is my honor to recognize the following students from Cy Ranch High School who have placed either first or second place in their category. Will the honorees come forward as I call your name? Connor Albritton, Braylene Bees, Kaylee Cresta, Kelly Mandola, Owen Nadler, Juliana Patillo, Joshua Russell, Simone Smith. I am also extremely pleased to announce that following two students from Cy Ranch that are currently up here also placed first at the National TSA competition that was held this summer of 2018, Connor Albritton and Owen Nadler. So they're two-time winners 2 years in a row. Congratulations. As we congratulate these fine students for their accomplishments, we would like to ask that their principal, Mr. Mike Manis, advisor, Mrs. Christy Grove, and family members to stand to be recognized. Thank you. Thank you. It is my honor to recognize the following students from Jersey Village High School who have placed either first or second. Will the honorees come forward as I call your name? Neftali Alanis, David Cardenas, Luis Castellanos, Christopher Duran, Jonathan Garcia, Claudio Gonzalez, Jesus Hernandez, Hunter Krasleski, Armar Perez, Montserrat Schnorr, Mark Villagrana. Sorry, I either read too quickly or. As we congratulate these fine students for their accomplishments, we'd like to ask that their principal, Mr. Ralph Funk, advisors, Mr. Doug Pearson, and family members to stand to be recognized. Congratulations. Thank you. It is my pleasure to recognize students from Cy Woods High School who have placed first or second in their state category. As I call your name, if you could come forward. Cole Chiriboga, CJ Dennis, Louisiana Duenas, Nicole Garcia, Paul Johnson, Shane Johnson, Liam Moreno, Nadia Salgado, Zen Simpson, and Zach Smoko. As we congratulate these fine students for their accomplishments, I would like to acknowledge that their principal, their advisors, and their family members stand to be applauded. Good. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Timothy Estelle, Secondary Fine Arts Coordinator. It is my pleasure to present to you this evening our outstanding students who have distinguished themselves in the area of theater arts. Tonight we recognize students from our district's high schools who received a first or second place ranking at the Texas Thespian Festival, which has qualified them to compete at the National Thespian Festival on June 24th through 29th at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. The Educational Theater Association is a national nonprofit organization with approximately 135,000 student and professional members, representing 5,000 campuses in all 50 U.S. states. Honorees, as I call your name, please come forward and remain until all members of your troupe have been recognized. I would ask that those in attendance please hold your applause until all members of the campus team have been recognized. First, we honor the students from Bridgeland High School. Joxon Betancourt, Acadia Bradley, Abigail Kate, McKenna Crawford, Maya Credure, Peyton DeVirgilio, Crystal Elliston, Paige Garner, Benji Gussler, Brianna Gutierrez, Jansen Haynes, Grace Heenan, Luke Hill, Alexis Hunt, Reed McLeod, Alyssa Mato, Taylor McWirt, Braden Murray, Michaela Nick, Jack Parker, Maddie Robinson, Jet Thompson, Alexandra Walls, and Sam West. These students are under the direction of Corey Kelly and Nathan Stanaland. If you are a parent, family member, administrator, or teacher of one of these students, I would invite you to stand and ask that everyone join me in congratulating Bridgeland High School. Thank you, students. You may be seated. Next, from Cypress Creek High School, Brian Sarabia. Brian is under the direction of Neil Gage, Ashley Waite, and Lacey Kelly. If you are a parent, family member, teacher, or administrator of Brian, I would invite you to stand and ask that everyone join me in congratulating him and the students of Cypress Creek High School. Thank you, Brian. You may be seated. Next, from Cypress Falls High School, Nico Castillo and Dylan Shaw. These students are under the direction of Sherry Frank, Rachel Sini-Malad, and Robert Hurlbert. If you are a parent, family member, teacher, or administrator of one of these two students, I would invite you to stand and ask everyone please join me in congratulating Cypress Falls High School. Thank you, gentlemen. Next, from Cypress Lakes High School, we recognize Jesus Gonzalez and Victoria Rodriguez. These students are under the direction of Adam Domingue, Brandy Bonin, and Henry Collins. If you are a parent, family member, teacher, or administrator of one of these two students, I would ask that you please stand and join us in congratulating Cypress Lakes High School. Next, from Cypress Ranch High School, Colton Armistead, Natalie Estudio, Thomas Bashkatoff, Annie Clark, Ryan Cowie, Nia Davies, Shelby Druin, Zoe Ford, Jessica Forrestal, Kaylin Fricky, Cade Hibbard, Jury Kern, Caitlin Kraus, Emma Leonard, Skyla Lopez, Caitlin Martin, Donald McAfoose, Colin McGarity, Joshua Nguyen, Thomas Pereira, Isabella Perez, Peyton Presley, Peyton Steiner, Julia Terrio, Abigail Thurston, Mia Velasquez, Caden Watkins, and Jacob Welsh. Additionally, I would also like to take this time to specifically recognize Mia Velasquez. Mia, if you would please step forward. On April 30th, Mia was selected as the overall Best Actress at the 2019 Tommy Tune Awards for her portrayal of Ariel in Disney's The Little Mermaid. She will now travel to New York City and will represent Cy-Fair as well as the entire city of Houston on Broadway at the 2019 Jimmy Awards, which will be held on Monday, June 24th. Congratulations to Mia. All of these students are under the direction of Cheryl Bradford, Tracy McGarity, and Seth Bales. If you are a parent, family member, teacher, or administrator of one of these students, I would ask that you please stand and please join us in congratulating Cypress Ranch High School. Thank you, students. You may be seated. Next, from Cypress Ridge High School, Samantha Falcon and Matthew Potter. These students are under the direction of Michelle Nguyen and Robert Jones. If you are a parent, family member, teacher, or administrator of one of these two students, I would invite you to stand and ask that you please join us in congratulating Cypress Ridge High School. Next, from Cypress Woods High School, Sophia Agnagnescu, Megan Kroom, Maya Dressler, Tressel Ekman, Rebecca Gramon, Ty Hart, Skylar Hudson, Lola Luna Diaz, Destin Moreno, Matthew Stevens, Sarah Swift, Alyssa Whitfield, and Lindsay Witt. Additionally, I would also like to take this time to specifically recognize Sarah Swift. Sarah, if you would please step forward. Thank you. On April 26th, Sarah received the first place medal at the 2019 UIL State Theatrical Design Competition for her work in the Division II set design category. Sarah's creative and imaginative designs for Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory caught the eyes of the adjudicators. Judges' comments included words such as exceptional and complimented Sarah on her ability to demonstrate a strong understanding of the author's intent through her design work. As part of the contest, Sarah was required to submit a justification paper, inspiration and storyboards, drafted ground plan, and a rendering of her design choices, all of which she excelled in. Congratulations to Sarah. All of these students are under the direction of Toby Drake, Elizabeth Mace, and Chelsea Johnson. If you are a parent, family member, teacher, or administrator of one of these students, I would ask that you please stand and join us in congratulating Cypress Woods High School. Thank you, students. Finally, from Langham Creek High School, Remy Caruso, Abigail Hall, and Madison McDonald. These students are under the direction of CJ Brock and Katie Cross. If you are a parent, family member, teacher, or administrator of one of these students, I would ask that you please stand and join us in congratulating Langham Creek High School. Thank you, students. Please allow me to close by extending my congratulations to all of these state and nationally recognized students and campuses they represent. We are incredibly proud of your accomplishments and thank you for representing the strong fine arts programs we have here in CFISD. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Ray Zepeda. I'm the proud director of athletics for Cy-Fair ISD, and it is my pleasure to be here tonight representing our athletic department to present to you a group of athletes and coaches that achieved to the absolute highest levels of UIL competition in swimming, wrestling, and track. I truly appreciate the time that is being afforded to us to publicly recognize these deserving athletes and their hardworking coaches. I'm going to start tonight with an individual that won a gold medal at the UIL State Swimming Championships held in Austin, Texas on February 15th and 16th. Hayden Miller, freshman, Cypress Creek. Hayden is the state champion in the 500-yard freestyle swimming, and she swam the 500 yards in a time of 4 minutes and 50 seconds as a freshman competitor. I don't know if you picked that up. As Hayden's up here taking pictures, I would ask that her principal, Vicki Snookhouse, and any of her administrative team and her coach, Jeff Chandler, as well as her family members that are with us tonight, to stand to be recognized. Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Thank you, Hayden. I'm going to move on to state wrestling, and I'm going to start with Amanda McAlevey. She is a junior, also Cypress Creek student. She won the state gold medal in the 110-pound weight class. Amanda completed her undefeated season, finishing the year 47-0 with a 4-0 decision at the state championship tournament held right here at the Berry Center. This was Amanda's second UIL state medal, as she finished in third place as a sophomore. As Amanda is taking her pictures, I would ask that her principal again, Vicki Snookhouse, stand, and any of her administrative team and her coach, Ryan Crosby, as well as any family members that are with her tonight, to stand to be recognized. I'm going to ask that she stay up there, and I'm going to move to our second wrestler that we're honoring tonight, Zach Good. Zach is a senior from Cypress Ranch High School. He's a state silver medalist in the 160-pound weight class. Zach fought his way through a very tough weight class to advance to the state championship match. He did eventually lose to a 3-time defending state champion, but Zach has truly been a CFISD champion at his time at Cypress Ranch and a great competitor. At this time, I would ask that his principal, Michael Manis, and any of his administrative team and Zach's family stand, along with his coach, Chris Potter, stand to be recognized. Again, these are our two first and second place finishers at the state wrestling meet. Moving on to state track, our final recognition is for individuals that finished first or second at the UIL state track meet held on Saturday, May 11th in Austin, Texas. Starting with Sebastian Cooper, a senior for Cywoods High School. Sebastian is a silver medalist in the 400-meter dash. Sebastian completed his high school track career advancing to the state 400 meters, where he ran a blistering 47-second 400 meters and just missed out on winning the gold medal. As Sebastian is being recognized, I would ask that his principal, Gary Kinninger, and any of his administrative team and his coach, Michael Zakas, as well as any family members that are with Sebastian, to stand to be recognized. Congratulations. Our final athlete to be recognized tonight is Kiela Dove, a junior from Cypress Lakes. Kiela is a silver medalist in the shot put. She finished second at the state meet with a throw of 44 feet, 5 1/4 inches. This was her third trip to the state meet and her second UIL state medal, as she won bronze last year. So we've gone from bronze now to silver, and so that means gold is next year. As Kayla is being recognized, I would ask that her principal, Sarah Hardy, any of her administrative team, her coaches, Connette McMillan and DeMond Hicks, would they please stand, along with any family members that are with her tonight, to be recognized. Thank you, guys. As we conclude our portion of the meeting, I want to thank the board and Dr. Henry and his administrative team for their continued support of our athletic programs. Nights like this would not be possible without all that you do for us. Thank you so much.
Good evening. My name is Lee Carrier, K-12 Visual Arts Coordinator. I'm delighted to present to you this evening students who have distinguished themselves in 4 competitions this school year. The Association of Texas Photography Instructors 2018 Fall Contest, also known as ATPI, took place November 10, 2018. The Texas nonprofit organization works to help the photography instructors of all disciplines work to achieve a higher quality of photo knowledge, and annually sponsors a fall photography competition for students and teachers. The 6 judges selected first, second, and third place photography categories from more than 7,400 entries from 99 schools across Texas, in addition to hundreds from California, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Washington. There are 6 CFISD art students honored tonight who received the mentioned awards. The second competition is the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo School Art Contest, which has been a long-time tradition for Cypher art students to submit a variety of art entries for the contest, which was held this past January 2019. With over 500 CFISD art entries, rodeo jurors and art teachers narrowed down the top 45 art entries to represent the district at NRG. At NRG, 10 were chosen to receive awards ranging from the Best of Show, Gold Medal, and Special Merit from our K through 12th grade art students, which were displayed at the rodeo's Hayloft Gallery at NRG during the months of the rodeo events. Tonight, I'd like to highlight the 3 high school students who received the top awards mentioned, in addition to being chosen as auction award recipients, where their artwork sold at the rodeo auction totaling to $80,000. Third, the third competition held this past February 2019 was the Visual Arts Scholastic event, better known as VACE, and is to the art student as UIL is to athletics and music. VACE is a standardized-based competition that allows students the opportunity to discuss and analyze their artwork during a one-on-one interview with a professional art juror. The students here tonight not only received the highest score at the regional competition, but are also among the top 10% that advanced to the state competition, receiving 29 exemplary medals for CFISD. In addition, one student received a distinguished medal and a gold seal, the highest honor at the state competition. The gold seal artwork will travel across the state to be displayed at several art education events. Finally, the National Scholastic Art and Writing Awards contest was held this past March 2019, which celebrates outstanding work and commitment of young artists and writers from across the U.S. Panelists look for works that best exemplify originality, technical skill, and the emergence of personal voice. This year, students submitted nearly 5,000 artworks from the Houston region, and of those, 800 CFISD were art student submissions. Nationally, 350,000 works of art and writing were submitted to the competition. From the 800 CFISD art student entries, 6 are being recognized tonight for receiving a National Gold or Silver Key Award, being amongst the top 10% from the nation. In addition to 1 scholarship recipient, the 3 National Gold Key medalist art students will be honored in 2 weeks at Carnegie Hall at the national event and exhibit in New York City. Before I call the names of the honorees, I would like to ask the guests to hold your applause until all students from one campus are recognized. And also for the students being recognized, as I call your name, please come forward and remain at the front until all students from your school have been called. Our first student honoree is from Ridgeland High School, led by art teacher Bradley Conklin, Mia Lawton. May we have the principal, Mr. Smith, teacher, and family members of Mia to please stand. And also, can we give Mia a round of applause? Thank you, Mia. Our next honorees are from Cyfair High School, who both received an exemplary rating and medal at the 2019 State VACE event. They are both led by art teacher Geraldine Muster. As I call your name, please come forward and remain at the front until all the students from your school have been called. Zainab Harani, Catherine Liu, may we have the principal, Ms. Martin, teacher, and family members of these students please stand. Give them a round of applause. Thank you. Our next honoree is from Cy Falls High School, Constanza Veronica Moreno. Constanza received a gold medal from the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo School Art Contest for her drawing, Journey's End, which was also amongst the 3 CFISD artworks sold at the rodeo auction. May we have the principal, Ms. Denton, teacher Brian Reese, and family members of Constanza please stand and give a round of applause. Thank you. The next student honorees are from Cypress Lakes High School, who received an exemplary rating and medal at the 2019 VACE competition. As I call your name, please come forward and remain at the front. Renee Del Bosque, Jessica Lanan. Renee is led by art teacher Lindsay Reed Townsend, and Jessica is led by art teacher Casey Blades. May I have the principal, Ms. Hardy, our teachers and family members of these students please stand and give them a round of applause. Thank you. Next, I'd like to honor 2 Cypress Park High School students who received awards from the ATPI contest. As I call your name, please come forward. Bernice Cervantes, second place. Katarin Lazo, third place. May we have the principal, Ms. Martin, teacher, and family members of these students please stand and give a round of applause. Thank you. Our next group of students are from Cypress Ranch High School and are led under the instruction of photo teacher Joseph Fertitta. These students also received awards from the ATPI contest. As I call your name, please come forward. Delaney Lloyd, first place. Elizabeth Chirinos, second place. Alex Calburn, third place. May I ask the principal, Mr. Manis, teacher, and family members of these students to please stand. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. Our next honorees are from Cypress Ridge High School, who are led under the instruction of art teacher Shauna B.A. As I call your name, please come forward. Tan Lee received the Best of Show Award and was selected for a scholarship auction in the 2019 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo contest. Rachel Chang is being honored tonight for 3 awards, a Special Merit Award, and also was a scholarship auction recipient for the rodeo, Gold Key National Scholastic Art and Writing contest recipient, and exemplary medal for the state-based competition. Also, Elizabeth Zhang received an exemplary medal for the 2019 state-based competition. May I ask the principal, Ms. Michelle, teachers, and family members of these students to please stand. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations. Thank you. Our next honorees are from Cy Springs High School. As I call your name, please come forward. Soleil Cunningham is being honored for 2 exemplary medals for the state-based competition. Charlene Reyes also received exemplary medal in the state-based competition. Soleil is led by art teacher Diana Lucabao, and Charlene is led under the instruction of Vivian Zapata. May I ask the principal, Dr. Cheryl Henry, teachers, and family members of these students to please stand. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. Our next honorees are from Cypress Woods High School. As I call your name, please come forward. Colby Gregory received a Gold Key Award in the 2019 National Scholastics Art and Writing Contest. Taylor Powers received a Gold Key Award for her portfolio, in the National Scholastics Art and Writing Contest. Also, Taylor received a $10,000 scholarship from the National Scholastic Art and Writing Contest, and both students, as well as Rachel Chang, will be in New York in 2 weeks. Also, I'd like to call up the Cywood students who received an exemplary medal at the state-based competition. Mariah Aguilar, Claire Garza, Shay Gonzalez, Alyssa Hilger, Sanicha Iyer, and Zach Powers. May I ask the principal, Mr. Kenninger, art teachers Natasha Napier, Tina Fox, and Charlotte Stewart, as well as the family members of these students to please stand, and please give them a round of applause. Thank you. Finally, our next honorees are from Langham Creek High School, led by art teachers Margaret Bennett, Elizabeth Martinez, and Bo Hina. As I call your name, please come forward and remain at the front until all students are called from your school. Yara Franco Gonzalez, Leslie Wen, Chloe Corner, Caitlin Gutierrez, Riley Harvey, Olivia Hoppy, Arlie Jernigan, Kirsten Krickenbeck, Blake Coonley, Madeline Lawson, and Kiet Tran. May I ask the principal, Mr. Hughes, and the art teachers and family members of these students to please stand and please give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. As we congratulate these exceptional artists, I would like to thank their parents, friends, and teachers for providing the support so necessary for their achievements, and the Board of Trustees and Dr. Henry for honoring our incredibly talented visual arts students here tonight. Thank you.
You know, it's quite amazing to recognize 400 students here tonight that are in our school district, and it's very impressive, and I appreciate the administrators and especially the teachers and the coaches who have brought these kids to this level and the parents who have supported them. Now, the superintendent will make remarks and announcements, including the honors and achievements earned by staff and students in recent weeks. Dr. Henry?
Thank you, Mr. Covey, and I will just have a couple of announcements here today. CFISD representatives for the Region 4 Principal of the Year, Dorinda Klein of Hare Grove Elementary School and Stephanie Michelle of Cypress Ridge High School were recognized during a Region 4 Principal recognition ceremony in April. Ms. Klein and Ms. Michelle were both selected by their fellow CFISD principals earlier in the spring to serve as the district's representatives for this honor. The Cypress Ranch High School softball team ended a successful season after losing in the Region 2 6A semifinals this past weekend. The Cypress Ranch High School baseball team defeated Round Rock High School and will advance to the Region 2 6A semifinals. Cypress Ranch will face Rockwall in the fourth round of the UIL playoffs May 23rd through 25th. The Cypress Ranch High School boys and girls tennis team swept the championships for the third consecutive year at the District 14 6A tennis tournament in April. The Cook Middle School 7th grade girls and boys, Anthony Middle School 8th grade girls, and Spillane Middle School 8th grade boys all clinched their respective track and field district championships at the district meet in April. 6 district track and field records were broken over the 3 days of competition. CFISD athletes brought home 4 medals from the UIL State Track and Field Meet. Cypress Ranch Hannah Miller earned a bronze medal in the pole vault. Cypress Woods Lauren Lucas earned a bronze medal in the 100-meter dash. Cypress Woods Sebastian Cooper earned a silver medal in the 400-meter dash. And Cypress Lakes Kiela Dove decided to outdo her bronze medal from last year and bring home a silver medal in the shot put. And I know we honored those 4 earlier, but it certainly doesn't hurt to mention them twice. Congratulations to all our students and staff on their achievements.
Well, seeing as there's only 20 of us left, we'll take a short break, okay? Yeah, the 4 people that are staying, y'all don't have to show up Saturday. Everybody? Mr. Sprague and Miss Hull and Mr. Snow, is he already gone home?
We don't need them.
Okay.
Don't need them.
That's all.
Stuart's short timer.
That's right. Okay, we're at board comments. Any board member may make a comment during this portion of the agenda without prior posting being required. Comment items may not pertain to the character of any student, staff, or board member and may not be discussed or deliberated upon at this meeting. Do we have anybody that has anything? Ms. Bengoya.
Okay. I just wanted to thank our students and our principals and all of our staff and administrators for a great year. I appreciate their hard work. I want to encourage everyone to finish strong and be safe at the end of the school year.
Thank you. Mr. Ryan, do you have anything of intelligent level to share with us?
We just exploded it.
Okay, we're moving on. Not at this moment. Okay. Debbie, do you have anything? No? Mr. Jackson?
Darcy and I are both members of the Chancellor's Council for our alma mater. This year, our new Chancellor, speaking to us, noted the university was going to double down on dual credit classes because students taking these classes have a much higher rate of graduating in 4 years. Showing my support for this concept, I attended the Cy Park College Academy celebration. Implementation of this program requires many additional hours by our campus leadership and certification on behalf of teachers, but the result will be transformational and multiplicative. You better not write it if you can't pronounce it, right? The superintendent breakfast demonstrated transparency while being factually informative. Special celebrations are always happening this time of the year. Spotlight teachers and VIPS luncheon with the tip of the hat to Dave DeJohn and his elves and to Bev Gordon. Dave's Spotlight Teacher Project brings professionalism and presentation excellence, which accentuates the pride we have in our Spotlight teachers. Bev's VIP luncheon was efficient and exceptional, the Cy-Fair way. There was even time to laugh at sharks not swimming after senior management for a change. Our NAC program continues to be superb, and the last time I looked at the statistics, we outperformed the state average on graduation by 50 percentage points. I made 8 JROTC visits in 3 different districts this year. This program creates leaders who enhance student attainment in others by their presence. Horizontal multiplication. Jason and the Argonauts, 3 stops, headed this year by Michael Clayton inside the district and our own Deb Hill now outside. This program has a vertical multiplier effect as it catapults students upwards. Adjacent alumni graduating this year will attend MIT in the fall, and she noted she never would have aspired so high were it not for Jason. I would also like to tip my hat to my colleagues for their leadership outside the district boundaries. Bob for originating Go Public and causing Cy Lakes to be featured in Cool Schools, featuring the College Academy. Darcy for chairing the Go Red Heart Association luncheon, a tremendous success. All who attended left with their wallets significantly lighter, but with smiles on their face. Fundraising is a talent that not all have. And then, of course, we have Dr. O for his legislative session opening prayers at the State House in Austin, the very same week that his son was performing the same duty at our nation's capital in Washington, D.C. Clearly exemplary leaders on our board. And of course, tonight, gathering in almost 500 students. And Stuart, you're right, I'll never stop talking. What a tremendous night this is to recognize these individuals who achieve at the very highest of levels.
Okay, thank you. And what a great segue, because as my part, I'm going to show you a film that was on Channel 2, KPRC. We, and Go Public Gulf Coast, which is positively promoting public education in the Gulf Coast area, had a contest just not too long ago, and there's 14 districts that have joined together. We're expecting more to join us, and Cy-Fair won the first count. There were over 29,000 votes that were placed and over 8,000 in the Cy-Fair area. So this is the program that we decided to spotlight on KPRC, and Joel Weckerly helped organize it. So here's Go Public Gulf Coast.
Hey guys, it is Lauren Kelly, and we are at Cy Lakes High School, and I am here with some incredible students and even more incredible faculty. Michelle Herman, how are you today?
I am great. Thank you so much for being here today.
Let's tell all of Houston what you do here.
At Cypress Lakes, we have the College Academy. The College Academy, this is our second year of hosting the College Academy on campus, and we have students that are attempting to earn an associate's degree while in high school.
That's not fair, because that wasn't available when I went to high school.
Very true, nor was it when I was there.
Okay, so associate's degree, they can get up to how many hours here in high school?
60 hours.
Wow, they can walk into college with 60 hours.
Correct, they can walk into college with 60 hours.
So I do want to talk a little bit about the Cool Schools contest. Let's just talk about the Cy-Fair school district size. It's huge.
Yes, it is. We have over 100,000 plus students in Cy-Fair ISD.
Oh my gosh, and you guys got to go online and vote. It was sponsored by Go Public Gulf Coast, and over 2 weeks, you brought in 7,259 votes.
That is awesome. They did a great job.
They did. Did you get them to be like, hey, come vote for me, I'll give you an extra credit?
No, I did not, but the students respond well.
Yeah, okay, so where can they find more information on how to get some college credit, or maybe even get in contact with you or faculty here?
Definitely, they can go to the Cy-Fair ISD webpage, or they could go to the Cypress Lakes webpage. There's many opportunities. That's one of the models of Cy-Fair ISD is opportunity for all.
And that website is cfisd.net if they want more information.
Correct.
Now, what do you say we go in here, we talk to Mr. Philip Klespis of the history class?
That sounds great.
I hear that he knows a lot of stuff about this.
He does know a lot.
Shall we go on in? We're going to barge on into this classroom. This is a sophomore class. Hi, guys. Welcome to Houston Live. How you doing? They take orders well, huh?
They do. Thank you.
Well, Philip, tell us about the class you teach, about the students you have here in Cy-Fair.
So I teach dual credit U.S. history, and usually this is a class that's only reserved for juniors, but with our new College Academy, they're actually taking this class as sophomores in high school.
Wow, all of you guys are sophomores? Raise your hand if you're a sophomore. Wow, nice job.
Yeah, they've actually done really well. I'm very proud of all of them. This class in particular has been working really hard today. So it's a bit of an adjustment period for a lot of students going from a freshman to then all of a sudden you're thrust into this college class.
Well, it has to be an experience to try a high school class, because it's very different walking into a high school class and a college class.
Right, and one of the things I try to focus on with them is not so much learning the material. I mean, yes, learning the material, but also giving them soft skills, time management, not procrastinating, kind of self-care at times, making them successful not just in my class, but also in future classes and when they leave here.
What's one of the biggest differences in a high school class do you find yourself as opposed to the college class?
Well, when I teach at the college class, I have more time, or I don't have as much time really here, because we have, certain time frames, certain data points.
The bell's going to ring.
Right, the bell's about to ring, so we need to hit that. But at the college, it's more, the students don't require as much kind of hands-on, whereas these guys really need sometimes a lot of guidance, but sometimes like right now where they don't need any guidance at all.
I want to point out your keys to success on your wall. You made that sign. Why don't you go ahead and read to us some of those keys you have?
Yeah, so this is one that the students actually made it at the beginning of the year, and then I had it made into a poster. So it says, don't procrastinate, manage your time wisely, take care of yourself, don't panic, use your resources, keep distractions away, and then be organized. Again, things that every successful person really should know, and I'm trying to keep it with them now as just sophomores.
Even as adults, I think I need to take that sign home and take the keys to success to my everyday life.
Yeah, I can send you that. I got a PDF of it.
Philip Klesvis, thank you so much.
you
And
very much.
congratulations on the Cool Schools Award. Any other advice to students who might be coming in or who'd like to take these dual classes?
Just don't be afraid to take a chance. You may not think you can do it, but every student has the ability to be successful, and every one of these students can and has the ability.
Well, I think we just actually got hit by the bell, saved by the bell.
Yeah.
For more information, just log on to cfisd.net. Philip, thank you so much.
Thank you very
and
much, thank you.
sophomores, you guys, congratulations and thank you again.
They're all business. Stop disrupting the class.
They are a very well-behaved class
Very.
full of students, by the way. Thanks, Lauren. Big thank you as well to Go Public Gulf Coast for making our Cool Schools contest possible. You can find more information by going online to gopublicgulfcoast.com or by looking up their Facebook page.
Very cool. Congratulations as well.
I'm very proud of that. Number one, we were the first winner. Now this Thursday they'll have another, and it's between 1 and 2. And yes, I did tell the board it was at the beginning, and I made them watch the entire thing until they got to it. But I'm real excited about it. So for the next 4 weeks, they will be showing different school districts and what they've won and what they've done. So I'm very proud of this. Anyway, next up is Miss Christine Hartley.
Thank you. First, I want to begin with giving a shout out to all of our PE teachers and coaches. Today was field day at my school, and I know how hard they work and how much it is to organize. So shout out to the PE teachers. And I did write some notes down today. So being on this board is one of the most rewarding experiences I've had in my life so far. I'm so proud that I followed in my great-grandfather's footsteps. We handle a lot of serious stuff up here, but I've had some of the best laughs with these people and great times. When I was first elected, my youngest was 7 years old. She's now 15 and will be on the drill team at Bridgeland this coming fall. My oldest two daughters were around 15 and 12. They're both now in their later years of college at LSU. For that reason, I went back to work full-time. Being a teacher is a wonderful experience for any board member, but it has changed my ability to serve like I used to. I love the school visits and being able to interact in the schools. Trying to be the best mom, teacher, and board member I can be has been quite a juggling act. I decided a few months ago that because of the way life has changed, I'm not going to run again in the fall. I'll still be around. I'm a huge advocate for public education, and I'll be a booster mom at Bridgeland. My pastor this weekend spoke about listening to God. He talked about how when we are overcommitted, it keeps us from Him. I've been thinking about this for a few months, and I feel that in order to best honor my work and family commitments, it's best that I step down now. I will be attending as many graduations as I can, but effective June 1st, I'll be resigning my position as a trustee. I want to thank my husband, Jay, and my daughter, Brennan, who are here, and my two other girls, Shannon and Hayden. I could not have done this job without them, along with my mom, and I've talked about my best friend, Mary Campbell. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the trust you've placed in me. I truly love all the people of Cypher ISD. Thanks. All 20 of you, thank you.
Okay, we're going to open it up for more comments because I know some of the board members would like to respond. Did I mistake that?
No.
Don.
Christine, I will tell you, it's been an honor to serve with you. You're the perfect trustee because you put the kids first before everything that you do. And when you cast every vote, I know that you're voting your heart. And I've always known that when you cast a vote, you were casting the vote on what you believed and what you believed would be in the best interest of our students. And so I think it's been great getting to spend time with you and your family. Fortunately, we were never actually arrested. No, I'm just teasing about that. But I wish you the best. I really do. You've been awesome.
A little over 8 years ago, a good friend came to me and said, "You really have to meet this amazing woman out of Fairfield. You need to talk to her." And so I did. I met you that evening, and I was amazingly impressed. and you indicated that you had an interest to run for trustee of the school board, and I said, absolutely. However, you have exceeded my expectations when I first met you. You have brought much to this board. When the board disagrees, as all boards will, you were a calm voice of reason and healing for the board, which does not happen on other boards around the state. This board won Honor Board truly because of your ability to very quietly bring the board together on any number of very difficult issues. You also took a look very dispassionately at the direction that the school district was going in, and you had no difficulty in voicing your opinion, but only after you had carefully thought about what you wanted to say. A good example is the very last question you asked at the last committee of the whole meeting. We had a contract for roughly $10 million for fencing. You already knew part of what that was for, but you thought it was important for the viewing audience to understand that we were moving forth with additional security measures for the protection of our children and teachers. You have always made certain that all decisions that you have made have been for the benefit of the students first. And so I will miss you, but you will still be in Cy-Fair, and your presence will continue to be felt. Thank you ever so much.
Tip my hat to you. Bob.
Debbie?
Christine, it's been a joy serving with you, and although I've served with you a much shorter time than the rest of this board, I can so appreciate that family comes first and the juggling act that a mom and a grandmother play, and so I applaud you for your decision to put your family first. We'll miss you.
Mr. Covey, I would also like to say thank you to Christine for all you have done. It's been a pleasure to work with you, and I'm kind of amazed that you've had your head on straight at all, considering everything you've been doing. When I look at our kindergarten classrooms in Cy-Fair, I know you're out there doing the same thing, and that's a great deal of work. So best of luck, and thank you for everything you did for Cy-Fair.
And I'm up. Christine, it's been an honor having you on this board. Yes, like Tom said, you were instrumental in making it Board of the Year, which I am forever grateful for you being here. You came in at a time when we had some problems on the board, and you and Tom both came on and settled it for us, pretty much. And it's been just an awesome trip with you and journey. I don't know who we're going to fill in for the Jack of Hearts, but we'll have to find somebody. But I do wish you all the best, and I know where you live, so we'll be finding you, okay? Thank you, Christine.
Thank you, everybody. I should resign anytime. No kidding.
Okay, now we have citizen participation of this part of the agenda. Patrons who have duly registered per policy BED local may address the board regarding matters of concern interest to the district, other than the character of any student, staff, or board member. The board may not act upon any matter that is not listed under the action item portion of the agenda. The board will continue with the remaining agenda after the registered patrons have had their opportunity to speak. Tonight, I believe we have 3 speakers. First one up is Richard Martin. Richard, if you will come over here to the podium. And Richard, I know you know how the lights work, right? Okay. I really looked at that. I thought maybe Ricky Martin was here.
I appreciate Christina too, and you're dearly going to be missed, my friend. Vice President Covey, Dr. Henry, and Board of Trustees, My name is Richard Martin, and I am speaking on behalf of Cyfair, Texas State Teachers Association. Over the years, we have talked about the contributions educational support professionals have given to our students and staff. We talk about how we appreciate the bus drivers, mechanics, food service workers, paraprofessionals, custodial staff, maintenance and grounds, all of us working collectively to provide the best services that outshine any other district in the state of Texas. Unfortunately, we are a right-to-work state, which translated means that an employee can be terminated at any time for any reason or no reason at all. Over 90% of our employees reside in Cypress-Fairbanks district. They raise their children and grandchildren in our schools. They deserve better than to be reminded that they can be terminated for little or no reason. Our educational support professionals and staff deserve respect. TSTA recognizes that not everyone is perfect, and some will make mistakes. However, there is a plan already in existence in our employee handbook. We respectively call it due process. This is an 8-step process for applying corrective discipline, with step number 1 is a coaching session, through step number 8, ultimately reaching termination. We also recognize that some offenses lead directly to termination. So, although the due process steps are in the employee handbook, it has not been included in school board policy. Cyfair Texas State Teachers Association has developed a new DCD regulation for employment practices to include at-will employees, to be voted on by this school board. You should be receiving a copy of this proposal by early summer. We, as the voice of Cyfair TSTA, urge you to vote yes on incorporating due process into board policy. As someone recently reminded me, all employees in Cypress-Fairbanks ISD are considered educators. By placing due process into school board policy, it shows respect for all of our educational support professionals and staff, and it's the right thing to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. Julie Heineman.
Mr. Covey, Dr. Henry, and Board of Trustees, my name is Julie Heineman. I am Chair of the Community Leadership Committee. I'm speaking tonight to encourage our community, especially parents, to reach out and contact their state representative and their state senator. Specifically, our state legislature has been meeting since January, and there is 1 week left in this legislative session. During this next week, they will decide how they will be funding our public schools in Texas. Texas is ranked 43rd in the U.S. in per-student funding. We ask that our state legislature increase per-student funding through the basic allotment in an effort to at least bring us up to the national average. We hope that this additional funding does not come with strings attached, such as merit pay for teachers, in which teacher pay is tied to the test scores of their students. We also hope that school funding for school campuses will not also be based on the test scores of third graders' reading STAR test. These proposals have been made with our state legislatures, and again, we have 1 week to make a change so that our school funding and teacher pay is not connected to student test scores. Just as we believe as parents that our students should not be evaluated based upon the outcome of a test, we feel that our teachers and our schools should also not be evaluated based upon the test scores. What we also see is that, speaking of testing, that there's proposed legislation to add additional STAR tests on top of what we already have, specifically additional writing assessments for grades 3 through 8, and an additional mandatory kindergarten STAR test. So we strongly encourage parents to contact their elected officials to share their thoughts based upon the need to increase our school funding and to lessen the focus on testing in our schools. If you're not sure who your elected officials are, you can do a couple of things. You can Google who represents me and put in your address, and it will tell you who your elected officials are. or you can go to our webpage or our Facebook page, CFISD CLC, for information. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Heineman. Lisa Carruthers.
Hi, my name is Dr. Lisa Thompson Carruthers. I work at Harris County Department of Education, and I am the director of our after-school division, Case for Kids. I was planning, as part of our 20 years in service doing after-school programs, to come out and visit your district to tell you thank you for your fabulous work. But I got here and I said, maybe I came on the wrong night. We had quite a full agenda here today, and how fabulous. It made me want to think maybe I need to relocate my home and attend so my children can attend such a fabulous district. But I do want to say, for the work we do in after school, how important it is that we're supporting our working families and keeping kids safe during that after school time frame. And the fact that your district, out of your own volition, has chosen to provide after school programs inside your elementary is very amazing. We do work with school districts, all 25 school districts in the county boundary, and I am actually operate under contract that in collaboration allows me to leverage additional resources to your district. So professional development, purchase of curriculum and materials, as well as content-based providers that provide anything from fencing, robotics, etc., can be done through collaboration. And so I will be following up with your administration to see if there's a place for us to collaborate to make sure that we're bringing quality support to your district.
Thank you, Ms. Carruthers.
I have this to leave.
Yeah. The board will now proceed with the consensus action items portion of the agenda. Action items 6A, the board will consider approving the tax refunds of $500 or greater for Cypress-Fairbanks ISD. 6B, the board will consider approving the minutes of the April 8, 2019 regular board meeting. The following non-consensus action items were moved to consensus during the board work session on Thursday, May the 16th. 7A, the board will consider the adoption of an order authorizing the conversion of Cypress-Fairbanks Independent School District variable rate unlimited tax school building bonds, Series 2014 B1, 2015 B3, and 2017 A2, to a new rate period, authorizing the preparation of a remarketing memorandum and enacting other provisions relating thereunto. 7B, the board will consider approving the budget amendments for the period of January the 1st, 2019 through March 31st, 2019. All of these items were discussed at the Thursday meeting, in case you're wondering. 7C, the board consider awarding bids and contracts and are authorizing purchase orders as recommended in the posted agenda item, also done on Thursday evening. 7D, the board consider approving the use of job order contracting as the construction delivery method for outdoor LED marquees at Rennell Elementary School, Sampson Elementary School, Goodson Middle School, and Smith Middle School, offering the best value to the district, also discussed on Thursday evening. 7E, the board will consider approving the construction proposals and contracts paid from bond and campus activity funds to the recommended contractors and authorize the superintendent or designee to execute all necessary documents related to such contracts as follows. 2018, the Carlton Center and Cypress Lakes, Cypress Ranch, Cypress Woods High School renovations. 2, the outdoor LED marquees at Rennell Elementary School, Sampson Elementary School, Goodson Middle School, and Smith Middle School. 7F, the board consider approving a resolution to join and participate in the E&I Cooperative Services and authorize the superintendent or designee to execute all necessary documents related to E&I Cooperative Services. 7G, the board will consider approving a resolution to join and participate in the Interlocal Purchasing System, TIPS, and authorize the superintendent or designee to execute all necessary documents related to the Interlocal Purchasing System, TIPS. 7H, the board will consider approving a resolution to join and participate in the Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative and authorize the superintendent or designee to execute all necessary documents related to the Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative. 7I, the board will consider approving the Second Amendment to the water supply and waste disposal contract between Harris County MUD 18 and Cypress-Fairbanks ISD, and authorizing the superintendent or designee to execute the same and any related documents necessary to complete the transaction. 7J, the board will consider approving the district instructional material recommendations for 2 dual credit government courses. 7K, the board will consider approving the list of advanced courses for 2019 through 2020. 7L, the board will consider approving the shared service arrangement between Cypress-Fairbanks ISD and Northwest Harris County Cooperative for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. 7M, the board will consider approving the Memorandum of Understanding between the Harris County Juvenile Board and Cypress-Fairbanks ISD to participate in the JJAEP for the 2019-2020 school year. 7N, the board will consider approving on first reading additions, revisions, or deletions to district policies. 1, CDA local, other revenues, investments, are revised. Number 2, CH local, purchasing and acquisition, are revised. Number 3, CV local, facilities construction, are revised. Number 4, FMA local, student activities, school-sponsored publications, are revised. Number 5, GF local, public complaints, are revised. 7O, the board will consider approving on second reading additions, revisions, or deletions to district policies. 1, BJA local, superintendent qualifications and duties, are revised. 2, FNG local, students' rights and responsibilities, student and parent complaints and grievances, are revised. 7P, the board will consider authorizing the superintendent to finalize and execute a memorandum of understanding with Baylor University for speech pathology field placement. And 7Q, the board will consider authorizing the superintendent to finalize and execute a memorandum of understanding with Texas Women's University for speech pathology field placement. Action items for agenda item 7R was an action was taken on Thursday evening. If any board member wishes to remove one or more agenda items for further discussion, please do so at this time. If not, I will entertain a motion to approve the consensus items as recommended or amended.
Mr. President, I move that we approve the consensus items as recommended and/or amended.
I second.
Thank you. Mr. Ryan made the motion and Ms. Hartley seconded. Is there any questions as to, or anybody have anything they want to say before we vote? We're okay? All in favor, raise your right hand. And it is unanimous. We also have some addendums. A, the board will consider authorizing the superintendent or designee to negotiate and execute a purchase and sale agreement and any related documents necessary to complete the transaction for the sale of approximately 4 acres of land to Harris County Emergency Services District Number 9, located on the multi-campus site at FM 529 and West Green Boulevard. This item was discussed in closed session. May I have a motion?
Mr. Covey, I move that the board authorize the superintendent or designee to negotiate and execute a purchase and sales agreement and any related documents necessary to complete the transaction for the sale of approximately 4 acres of land to Harris County Emergency Services District Number 9, located on the multi-campus site at 529 and West Green Boulevard.
Thank you, Ms. Bengoya. Do I have a second? Second. Thank you, Ms. Blackshear. Anyone have any questions or discussion on this item? Okay, all in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. B, the board will consider authorizing the superintendent or designee to negotiate and execute a sale and exchange agreement between Harris County Flood Control District and Cypress-Fairbanks ISD for property located along West Little York and the east side of Caleb Middle School, including any related documents necessary to complete the transaction. This was discussed in closed session on Thursday night. Do I have a motion? Mr. Jackson?
I move that the superintendent or designee negotiate and execute a sale and exchange agreement between Harris County Flood Control District and Cypress-Fairbanks ISD for the property located along West Little York and the east side of Caleb Middle School, including any related documents necessary to complete this transaction.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Hartley, I believe she beat you, Ms. Bengoya. Do we have anybody who have any discussion about this? Okay, all in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you. A, the board will consider authorizing the superintendent or designee to negotiate and execute a purchase and sale agreement and any related documents necessary to complete the purchase of a 3.2-acre tract of land located adjacent to the multi-campus site at Cypress Woods. This was discussed Thursday evening. Do I have a motion?
Mr. President, I move that the board authorize the superintendent or designee to negotiate and execute a purchase and sale agreement and any related documents necessary to complete the purchase of 3.2-acre tract of land located adjacent to the multi-campus site at Cypress Woods.
Ryan, do we have a second?
I second.
Thank you, Ms. Bengoya. Anyone have any questions and want to discuss this? All in favor, raise your right hand. And it's unanimous. We will now move on to the superintendent's briefing portion of the agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Covey, board members. The 10th annual CFISD Student Technology Festival was held at the Berry Center in April and drew more than 3,700 visitors. The district-wide celebration of student technology projects featured approximately 1,000 students in grades pre-K through 12, showcasing the use of technology in the classroom. Cypress-Fairbanks ISD and Lone Star College Cy-Fair expanded their partnership that will expedite the process for obtaining a college degree to include Cypress Park, Cypress Ridge, Cypress Woods, and Langham Creek High Schools. The program officially launched as a pilot in October 2017 at Cypress Lakes High School, allowing eligible students to complete their Associate of Science degree with Lone Star College Cy-Fair, which simultaneously provides credit toward their high school diploma. I think, Linda, that'll get us up to 9 schools? 9 schools. So by 2021, we'll be at all 12. 10 schools, and we'll add the last 2 in 2021. CFISD honored its numerous school and district volunteers and community and business partners for their service during the 2018-19 school year at the annual Volunteers in Public Schools Appreciation Event on May 1st at the Berry Center. The ceremony and reception was underwritten by PBK Architects. On Monday, May 6th, the district recognized our 2018-19 Teachers of the Year and support staff at the Berry Center. This event was taped and can be viewed on our website, and if you get time to watch that, that is truly a remarkable event and a touching event. This year, the Cy-Fair Educational Foundation held the 31st Annual B.F. Adam Golf Classic at Black Horse Golf Club on May 9th. Last year's event raised approximately $170,000 in scholarship money benefiting deserving CFISD graduates. In 1962, President John F. Kennedy signed a proclamation which designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week in which that day falls as Police Week. The week is designed to increase the public's awareness of the role of officers and to honor those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice by giving their lives so that citizens can live in safety and peace. District facilities will be closed on Monday, May 27th, in observance of Memorial Day, as we pause to remember those who have given their lives for our freedom. All CFISD graduation ceremonies will be held at the Berry Center May 29th, 30th, 31st, and June 1st. We are very proud of our more than 8,400 graduating seniors and certainly wish them the best as they pursue their college and career aspirations. Graduations will be broadcast live on Channel 16, and a clear bag policy and parking information can be found on the district website. And I would also say that traffic on Barker Cypress will be a little thick over those 4 days, so please be aware of that. The last day of classes for the 2018-19 academic year is Thursday, May 30th. Friday, May 31st is a professional day for district employees. I would like to wish our students, teachers, administrators, support personnel, and community volunteers a well-deserved, restful, and safe summer vacation. And we're going to let you out, but we're going to call you back in. The first secondary summer school session for original credit will be June 10th through June 27th, and the second session will run July 1st through July 22nd. For more information on secondary summer school locations and costs, please visit the CFISD website. Information on elementary general and special education, bilingual and ESL, makeup credit, summer camps, and other summer programs can be assessed on the district website as well. And just a little interesting tidbit, last year we had over 11,000 students participate in summer school, which makes us, that's more students just in summer school than 950 school districts have in the state of Texas. So that tells you a little bit about our summer school. That summer school graduation is scheduled for Thursday, August 1st at 7 p.m. at the Berry Center. Beginning June 7th through July 26th, all district facilities and campuses will be closed on Fridays. Employees will work 10-hour days, Monday through Thursday. Closing the building will accomplish a cost savings and allow for a 3-day weekend over a period of 8 weeks. I believe this allows us to maximize productivity while giving the staff some flexibility during the summer. And before I turn the mic back over, Mr. Covey, I would be remiss to say that I was told 8 years ago by the person that I followed, Dr. David Anthony. He said, your boards will only get better starting in November. And he was a truth teller on that. You and Tom were a blessing that y'all came on the board in the fall of 2011, and I'm certainly grateful for that. You know, as a superintendent, and I've been a superintendent now 28 years, you never look for board members that agree with you all the time. You just look for people that are respectful of each other's opinions and respectful of the administration, and then hopefully I can speak for my team. We certainly have appreciated your work over the last 8 years. And Christine, we've got to do some type of little board retirement celebration for you, but we'll have to work that around Stuart's retirement celebrations because he pretty much has all the days taken up. So we're going to work on that. Thank you, Ms. Hartley.
Okay, I'd like to thank everyone that decided to attend tonight and really thank those that decided to stay. We are adjourned.